All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, I'm talking about the topic, God rolls, and the opinion of God rolled weapons in Destiny 2. I see this all the time. I don't know what's wrong with people in the comment section. I don't know what people think they know about the game so much more than other people, or why they don't try to be more constructive with their criticism, but I'm going to hit the nail on the head with this one right here. So we're going to talk a little bit today about my opinions of the God rolled weapons at Xur and my opinions on all God rolled weapons. All right. So first up, we need to talk about, I made a video where I talked about this distant tumulus and this nature of the beast being God rolled weapons, that they're extremely good for their respective archetype. Now, no one is really using these 140 RPM snipers currently in PvE. However, if you are doing a Grandmaster, Lead from Gold is a more powerful perk than the Clown Cartridge God Roll, which is the one that most people will use. This is the roll right here that a lot of people talk about, Clown Cartridge, a magazine perk, and then Firing Line. This is a God Roll Distant Tumulus by most standard, most definitions. I bet even some goofballs in the comments of this video would say this is not a God Roll, but it is. This is the best roll of this weapon. And that's the one thing that I need to clarify is that there's God Rolls of weapons that are meta weapons, like for example, the Palindrome, and then there's God rolls of weapons that are not meta weapons, like this Nature of the Beast. I'm going to explain this to you all very slowly. Some of you are smart, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about, but some people in the comments are just incessant. Every single time I post a video talking about a God roll of a weapon, they're like, nope, not the God roll. You don't know what you're talking about, Lucky. You've never played this game, or you're just stupid or something. So we're going to talk a little bit about all these little details in this video because it's something I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while. So first up, when I talk about a God rolled weapon, I usually try to distinguish between PvE and PvP. And then even within PvE and PvP, there's like two different categories. There's like low end PvP, low end PvE, and then there's high end. And so the low end PvP would be like Clash, Control, simple stuff like that. And high end would be like Trials and stuff. Or there's certain perks and weapons work better for Trials that don't always work the best in low end or vice versa, right? Same thing in PvE. Sometimes you go into strikes and you'll use something that will be extremely effective for ad clear or melting a boss, but it doesn't work nearly as well in Grandmaster. So there's those two categories to work with, okay? And I try to distinguish and clarify that. And I factor all this in when I call something a God roll. And another thing that I factor in that a lot of people don't realize is that I don't just give you my opinion of what a God roll is. I actually ask and get the opinions of an entire team of people. I have an entire team, a content creation team that I work with. It's like 14 people at this point in time. And I ask their opinions. These are some people that have tens of thousands of hours in the game, people who are so extremely knowledgeable. I mean, even I myself, even if I didn't ask them, if I pull up my hours, I have 9,995 hours played in Destiny 2. And I feel like all of this is a bit excessive, right? Like, why do I have to explain to you why I know so much in the game? I mean, literally, I've been making videos of God rolled weapons and of everything in this game for like 6 years now. But there are so many people that still just have no clue what they're talking about. And it's time to set the record straight for them, all right? So first up, let's talk about this Nature of the Beast. This is that 180 RPM hand cannon. This is not the best archetype of hand cannon right now. The 120s were really strong. They got nerfed. Right now, 140 RPMs are the strongest. We know this from the Trials meta report that I cover regularly every week. We don't see any 180s in the top 10. However, controller players do really like these because the recoil is not nearly as nasty as the 120 recoil is for controller, whether you're on PC using controller, whether you're on controller, or whether you're on console, rather. So these are actually really good for controller players. And of this Nature of the Beast, it actually has accurized rounds, and handling, masterwork, and hit mark. So it's actually almost a maximum range Nature of the Beast. And if you pull it up in light.gg here, we got Nature of the Beast. We can see that rangefinder, we got Dragonfly, we've got high impact reserves, Vorpal, and Demolitionist. Rangefinder is easily the best perk in this slot, in my opinion, because this weapon lacks in range, especially when you're stacking it up against 140 RPM hand cannons and 120 RPMs. So rangefinder is the best perk in slot, in my opinion. It's an opinion, though. You know, some of you out there will be like, hey, I really like to, throw grenades with my, top tree Dawn Blade, so I want Demolitionist on this. And that's fine. If that's the God roll for you, that's totally fine. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong, but if you do respond or post a comment saying that this Nature of the Beast is not the God roll, at least just explain why. Explain what role you would use, because that's way more constructive than just saying, no, Lucky, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Demo is way better. And it's like, okay, well, explain to me what class you're using, why you're using, and why you think that Demolitionist outclasses Rangefinder, if that is your reasoning, right? And then in the next slot, we have Quick Draw, Subsistence, Snapshot, Under Pressure, and Hipfire Grip. Out of all of these, the only two perks that stand out for PvP, in my opinion, would be Quick Draw and Snapshot. Snapshot, always a great option, pairs well with rangefinder, so that could be an extremely good roll. But I do personally really like quick draw a lot. I like swapping to the hand cannon, especially if you tag someone with a shotgun or if you get someone weak. Swapping to your hand cannon extremely fast is really helpful. You'll see me doing this all the time, especially as I jump around a lot as a hunter. So personally, I like quick draw. This is the exact roll of the palindrome that I use, this quick draw rangefinder roll, and I absolutely love this. This is like my favorite, one of my favorite hand cannons in PvP. I would use it more if it wasn't in the energy slot personally, but this is such a good roll. And then along with accurized rounds and handling masterwork, this thing is going to function and play very well in the Crucible. In fact, I will bring you some Crucible gameplay of this weapon because I want you all to see this is literally, this is a really good roll. You should grab this weapon. It's not clickbait by any means. This is a god roll of a non-meta weapon. And then moving on to the other one, we already talked a little bit about it, but Lead from Gold is the best perk you could possibly use in Grandmasters for using a Distant Tumulus. It will do much more for you than it will the Clown Cartridge roll of this, because you'll just get free ammo over and over again, especially if you play with someone like myself that always is using Aeons. I'm making power ammo for my teammates at every single champion I run into almost. When you do that, they're going to be picking up that heavy ammo from those finishers and then getting special ammo. This is an amazing Grandmaster. This is the Grandmaster God roll Distant Tumulus. Trust me when I say this. You want this Distant Tumulus. And you might think to yourself, you don't know what you're talking about, Lucky. It's not the God roll. Okay, well, I do Grandmasters every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I carry people through. I carry like 10 people through every single day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then trials, I carry people through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I mean, I can't play this game possibly anymore. Like, I don't understand what I have to do to be considered a God rolled expert or to have my opinion be validated according to the trolls in the comment section below. I'm sorry, but this is the God roll. Trust me when I say this. I know what I'm talking about. I don't know why. I read the last comments on the last video, and people just, they won't stop saying, like, why does Lucky have God rolls have red thumbs down on dim and stuff like that? And bro, these guns are shit. I'm sorry, not even close to being God rolls with 43 upvotes. Like, I don't understand why people don't think that this is not a god roll, or that my opinion is not accurate. I have an entire team of people that I work with. Like I said before, I spend so much time playing this game, 10,000 hours in D2 and nearly 10,000 hours in D1 as well. So if you don't like my opinion, if you don't think that I have the right opinion of god rolls, you don't have to be a subscriber to this channel. There will be no love lost on that. But I do know what I'm talking about. I have an entire team of people, and I definitely know what a god roll is inside Destiny 2. So that's the end of that. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Let me know if you did. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.